This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Alan Jackson, we love his music, says, Yo, Arn, what are your thoughts on WrestleMania 20? What was the reaction backstage after the main event and the final sequence with Benoit and Guerrero? Of course, let's just pause for a minute what happened with Benoit. But you were with those guys in WCW as they're both sort of coming up the ranks and feels like they're not getting any traction. They started to be more vocal backstage. Eventually, Benoit does become the world champion over there, but it's too little too late because of the whole Kevin Sullivan thing. We'll talk about that another time. So they jump ship. And then when you come over with the rest of the WCW crew and you're working in a backstage capacity, now the former, I believe Kevin Nash called them vanilla midgets, have the two biggest titles in all of wrestling. It was kind of a quote unquote smart mark dream. If you were a fan of, the bell to bell action, you really appreciated the quote unquote good hands, perhaps no two better, but you'd been around a long time. What was your reaction seeing these are our champions?
Knowing what they went through and the dues that they paid to overcome, how tall is that guy? Was that guy weigh? All those condescending comments that I'm sure that they received, from people that were just ignorant. I guarantee you, once the bell rang, 5 minutes in, nobody asked how tall they were. For them to have that moment together in the ring as both as champions had to be something, especially because they were such good friends and they had such a history together. It had to be probably the most special moment other than their children being born, I would imagine, in their lives. It's the only thing I could imagine. And I know I was crying. I know Dean was crying. I know some people that knew what they were looking at backstage were crying. And it was just one of those special moments that come along very rarely. And we were all very touched by it. Thought it was one of the better moments in my history of being in the business, that's for sure.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.